Hey everyone, this is Friedel Huck or AJ Raven with my recap and review of Harlots season number 2, episode number 6. And I don't think these episodes have a title, but anyway, I haven't been able to continuously review this show weekly. However, I have been keeping up with it, and it's not like the best show out there. It's available on Hulu, but it is very enjoyable if you have some time and if you are thinking of trying out something new. So anyway, in the previous episode, we saw Quigley lock Charlotte in her room, and the episode opens with Charlotte listening to what happened to the girl that she tried to save but couldn't. Anyway, moving on, we see Margaret getting worried because their plan didn't work, and right now she isn't even sure if Charlotte or everyone is even safe. So it turns out that the man they sent to rescue the girl got beaten up, and he's back at Margaret's, and she asks him about Charlotte, and he's like, I didn't necessarily see Charlotte get into any trouble. So over at the Justice, we see that in the newspaper, Lydia Quigley ended up revealing Scamwell's history, how she was a harlot and yada, yada, yada. And now she's moving around, walking around as a preacher. And of course, the justice is disappointed in it. And I like the fact that the immediate thought that the justice had was about why would anyone do this to Miss Scamwell? So over at Quigley's, Lucy, her name's Lucy, right? Yeah. Lucy comes in and she wants to meet Charlotte because apparently she needs some advice, because in the previous episode she ended up telling Lord Fallon about how she murdered a person, and Lydia doesn't want Lucy to know that she locked Charlotte up, so she tells Charlotte to not reveal anything to Lucy, and she also places herself between the two sisters. However, before Lucy and Charlotte can talk more, Lord Fallon ends up coming and he takes Lucy home. And this is where the guy who saw Lord Fallon kill someone. I'm very weird with names as far as this show is concerned. There are a lot of characters, a lot of names to remember. Anyway, he tells Charlotte that he saw Lord Fallon, and Charlotte tells him to go and run and tell Margaret about it. However, one of Quigley's harlots overhears them, and she tells Quigley about it. So, of course, Quigley tells Lord Fallon to deal with it. And then over at the justice's house, we see Scamwell's daughter like telling her love interest about that they should run away and that they should start their own life. And but they can't really necessarily do that because it's not the present time. And then Scamwell's daughter is like, yeah, I guess I'll just marry the justice. And then there's a scene in the alleyway where Lord Fallon tries to kill this guy, but Harriet, I think her name is Harriet, I'm not sure. Let's see what her name is. So Amelia, yeah, Amelia Scamwell. Oh, good to know. So anyway, Amelia comes in front of Lord Fallon, and he ends up stabbing her. And I mean, these are evil people. And this was the episode that had me really worried, because I was like, are they going to follow the bury your queer trope? And are they going to kill two queer characters in a single episode? But no, they didn't. The justice goes and talks to Mrs. Scamwell about what happened, and Mrs. Scamwell is like, it was my past. Amelia has nothing to do with it, and that you shouldn't reject marrying Amelia because of the things that I did in my past. And yeah, anyway, they end up knowing about Amelia, and the justice helps bring Amelia to the house, and yeah, everything is kind of okay. I just don't want Amelia to die. So over at Lady Fitz, Lady Fitz's brother has this very creepy scene between the two. I mean, there have been hints about there possibly being an incestuous relationship between the two, a forced incestuous relationship between the two, and that thing is made obvious in this episode because obviously, it's the fact that Lady Fitz was forced upon, like her brother forced himself upon her when she was young, and yeah, that's a whole lot of drama right there. So anyway, Lydia brings Charlotte to the room where the new girl was, and she wants Charlotte to, if she wants to become a broad, she needs to ready the new girl for her next client. And there's an entire conversation between the new girl and Charlotte, where the new girl is like, "You took my life away, you took my family away, you killed their daughter." And Charlotte is like, "We are going to take revenge. Just tell me how you want them to pay." And the girl also tells Charlotte that in order for her to pay for what she did, she needs to break away from her family as well. So anyway, the guy is able to contact Margaret, and he tells Margaret that it's Lord Fallon who killed the person back in season 1. And over at Lord Fallon's house, Lucy and Lord Fallon are having a conversation. Lucy doesn't want Lord Fallon to tell anyone about her murdering of a guy. And yeah, Margaret comes in and she warns Lucy about it. But yeah, Lucy doesn't want anything to do with Margaret. I think she feels safe with Lord Fallon. So anyway, Margaret tells oh, again, the names. Okay, so she tells Nance. Yeah, Nance and who was it? William. Yeah, Nance and William. So she tells Nance and William about Lucy, about helping Lucy, and she asks about William and Nance to go and get Lucy back to the house. So over at Quigley's, we have a conversation between Charlotte and Quigley, and Lydia Quigley, where Charlotte is like, "I wanted to be like you, but kidnapping girls and forcing men on them isn't the way to be." And the conversation is kind of going well. There's also a entire conversation where apparently, I mean, Charlotte read Lydia for who she is. Lydia is all like, "I thank the person who told me about how the world works." And Charlotte can see through all of that. And Charlotte is like, "No, you end up harming little girls and projecting your own sadness onto them and your own anger onto them because it might make you feel happier." Anyway, one of Lacey's girls comes in and she tells Lydia about Margaret, Nance, and even Charlotte conspiring against her. And this was a scene that I absolutely enjoyed. Like, Lydia and Charlotte end up getting into a fight, and Charlotte throws her to the ground. Her wig flies off, and she is like likely to strangle Lydia right there and then. However, Margaret comes in and she stops Charlotte from murdering Lydia because she doesn't want a murder of a person like Lydia being on Charlotte's soul. So anyway, the two leave and they mend the relationship. However, what I couldn't understand was why Margaret couldn't allow Charlotte to bring the new girl with her. But anyway, Lacey's harlot goes and warns them about Lydia being attacked. And over at the justice's house, it seems that Amelia is brought to the justice's house along with her mother. And yeah, anyway, let's see what happens, because again, I really want Amelia to live. So and Lord Fallon tries to plan a trip with Lucy around London. However, he's stopped and by the boss over here, who is Fitz's brother. And yeah, all of these are evil men, rich, evil, powerful men. And I want all of them to die or something. Anyway, Lucy tells one of her harlots who was a spy for Lydia that now she's going to spy for Lacey. And yeah, okay, Quigley's son comes in to meet Quigley, and she tells him that I'm going to burn Charlotte, I'm going to burn Margaret. And her son tells her that, "No, Mom, you need to do something about your anger, because you can't necessarily go in a circle." And he also tells her about Lacey being expecting a child. So over at the Wells house, Charlotte is very happy about what she did with Margaret. And yeah, anyway, Lucy tells Charlotte about her plan, that Lord Fallon can protect them, Lord Fallon can help them. But yeah, Charlotte doesn't want to hear any of it. And even Nance doesn't want to hear any of it. And I'm like, "Lucy, what are you doing?" Like, in the previous season, I was okay with Lucy as a character, but right now I'm not necessarily sure what Lucy's end game is. So Margaret, in order to help Lucy escape Lord Fallon's harm, tells the justice that she's the one who ended up killing one of the lords back in season 1. And of course, the justice takes her to jail. And this is when she tells the justice that it was Lord Fallon who was the actual murderer. And she also tells him that if he goes to arrest Lord Fallon, he'll tell a story about Lucy being the murderer. But now the justice knows that it's not true, because Margaret confessed. Again, like I said, she's a mother, so of course she wants to protect her child. Again, with Lord Fallon and Lucy, I don't know where this is heading. So over at Margaret Wells' place, we have a scene between Charlotte and Lady Fitz, and it turns out that the child that Lady Fitz had was actually her brother's child, and she is being protected because she is staying at some foreign school. And there's also a little scene between Charlotte and Lady Fitz about Lady Fitz not being with another man after that incident, and Charlotte leaves in and kisses Lady Fitz, and I'm like, yes, Charlotte's more queer characters, more power to you. So over near the end of the episode, Margaret is okay with her fate because she will be hanged, and she's okay with it. And the episode ends with Lydia Quigley massaging her neck where Charlotte strangled her. And yeah, Lydia is going to want revenge. So with only 2 more episodes left, let's see what happens. I am enjoying Harlots. Like I said, it even feels better than season 1. So if you are trying to find something new to watch, I recommend that you watch Harlots. Anyway, let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. Until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.